Welcome back. It is time for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
You know that means we'll be on the air commercial free starting right now for the next 10 minutes to wrap up Daybreak for you. All the news and weather you need, starting off with a check of today's forecast. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, guys. The sun is coming up. We've got just a couple of clouds out there, and it is shining really nice. It's 41 degrees in Springfield. North and east winds at 7 miles per hour. We had some light rain overnight that's dried up and exited. Just a couple of clouds lingering around West Plains, and then those skies are clearing. Temperatures are also cooling to the north by about 5 to 15 degrees, and then we're still holding on some warmer temperatures to the south. So we're in the 30s up at Lake of the Ozarks and Clinton and Camdenton. It's 41 in Springfield and closer to 50 to the south. So pretty big temperature difference as those north winds bring in that cooler air mass. By dismissal, some cool sunshine. Should be a really nice day. 59 degrees will be below average, but we'll keep mostly sunny skies and light winds. Temperatures in the middle and upper 50s today with sunshine. We increase clouds tonight. I think this is too excited about the rain. The rain holds off until tomorrow. A couple of showers tomorrow afternoon with mild middle and upper 50s and mostly cloudy skies. Then heavy rain sets up to the south and east overnight Wednesday into Thursday. That could drop about 1 to 2 inches of rain near and along and south of Highway 60 here near that state line. A limited flood threat there, about an inch of rain in Springfield, and then totals much wider to the north, about 1/4 of an inch. So again, that nice day today, a couple of showers tomorrow, and then that heavy rain early on Thursday. We stay chilly with temperatures in the 40s with that cloud cover. That heavy rain, that soaking rain could set up a localized flooding concern near Highway 60 and into Arkansas with 1 to 2 inches or more possible. The showers exit before the cold air comes in, so not looking at too much in the way of wintry weather, but temperatures do drop into the 20s by Friday morning. Lauren?
We have breaking news to bring you right now. At least 9 Americans, including 6 kids who live in a Mormon community in northern Mexico, have been killed in a shooting attack. The families say they suspect it may have been a case of mistaken identity by drug cartel gunmen. It happened about 100 miles south of the Arizona border. A relative of the family posted on his Facebook that a total of 17 of his family members were in the 3-vehicle convoy when it came under attack. He says 9 were killed, 6 wounded, 2 left unharmed.
Locally for you, a suspect is still on the loose after fatally shooting someone last night. It happened on the 600 block of West Brower Street just before 5 p.m., and that man was taken to a hospital and died about an hour later from his injuries. According to Springfield police, investigators are still working to get evidence here, and we don't know what led to that shooting, though we did speak to a neighbor who was surprised to see this happen.
Sort of shocked. Hasn't been much disturbance in the neighborhood besides guys coming by in their loud car stereos. It happens. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You just go home to life and that's it.
We're still following this story. Expect to get some updates today, which we will pass along online. And keeping crime in focus for you, a Barry County man is expected in court today as deputies say Ronnie Adkins shot 2 men who confronted him about encounters with 2 underage girls. After arresting Adkins, authorities found a gun and body armor in his possession. He's being held on a $200,000 bond, but his attorneys are arguing for a reduction of that amount in court today. The men he is accused of shooting are expected to survive.
In more local news, the Greene County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in finding this missing 92-year-old man, Clement May. He was last seen leaving his home on Vincent Drive in Springfield around 5 Sunday night. Family members say that Clement recently started to have memory issues. After pinging his cell phone, deputies say he could be near Warrensburg on Highway 13. He was last known to be driving a 2019 burgundy Toyota Avalon. Also last seen wearing blue jeans and a plaid shirt. If you have any information, you are asked to call 911.
Today is Election Day. This is a look right now at the MSU Welcome Center. It's one of 3 central polling locations where anyone in Greene County can go vote. A live look there right now as the polls are open. There are 2 sales tax issues on the ballot. One would extend a 3/4 cent police and fire pension tax for either 5 years or until the pension's fully paid. The tax was last renewed in 2014. And if you live in Walnut Grove, an issue is to pay more in property taxes to fund safety and security improvements in the city and schools. That'll cost an extra $1.07 for every $100 of assessed property. The tax will last until 2040. One more issue is renewing a 1/8 cent transportation tax. If extended, it would help pay for traffic improvement projects over the next 20 years. Now, polls are open right now and stay open until 7 p.m. tonight.
In your medical news, during the month of November, Lost and Found Grief Center here in Springfield will be raising awareness for those who may have lost a sibling or a parent by the age of 18. The organization is looking to bring light to child bereavement as a public health issue. During November, Children's Grief Awareness Month, the organization will launch the I Am 1 in 12 social media campaign. That will highlight individuals who have dealt with losing a family member by the age of 18 and are now thriving in the community. You can help support Lost and Found by simply liking and sharing their stories on social media.
Cox Health has started an initiative that's looking to help those who may be ready to stop smoking with a new class called Beat the Pack. The program is a 4-week course that starts today. Participants will learn step-by-step ways in order to try and fully stop smoking. Classes are an hour long, going from 5:30 to 6:30 in Springfield. The cost is $100, but you could check to see if your insurance would cover that cost. Registration is required for this.
Beginning this month, families who are searching for pediatric oncology or hematology services will no longer have to travel to other cities to find that kind of care. Cox Health will soon offer those services here in Springfield. There will be an on-site specialist thanks to a partnership with St. Louis Children's Hospital and Washington University School of Medicine. The doctor's first clinic visits in Springfield happen in just a few days, November 12th and the 13th.
We have some new information for you this morning from a report we recently did about bactrim and potential side effects. You may remember us telling you about 10-year-old Abigail Caldwell of Battlefield. Now, after being prescribed that medication for a scalp infection, she suffered severe respiratory failure and later died. She became part of a national study to determine if bactrim could be to blame for that, and the report now shows the FDA is recognizing respiratory failure as a possible side effect from it and all of its generic forms.
Around the Ozarks, everyone's reminding me Thanksgiving still a few weeks away. The city of Branson is in the Christmas spirit, though, decking the halls already. Our Hannah Zettel joins us with more on what's happening at that festival now.
Well, Branson's Festival of Trees allows visitors to admire over 40 sponsored Christmas trees, all while benefiting Christian Action Ministries.
We even had a lady the other day who walked through, and as she was walking out, I was near the front door, and she said, "It was so beautiful, it made me cry." And she was literally wiping tears from her eyes. She was that touched by the beauty of it.
The festival showcases dozens of Christmas trees sponsored by area businesses and organizations. Each tree is carefully designed and decorated in its own unique way to celebrate the season. Visitors may buy trees and take them home to enjoy for the rest of the holidays. Proceeds benefit Christian Action Ministries food pantries and mobile outreach across Taney County. Last year, over 44,000 people were able to put food on the table thanks to projects like this.
We have a tourist-based economy with a lot of seasonality to that, and we see a lot of people who get reduced hours or laid off for parts of the year, and they really depend on this kind of help.
And Christian Action Ministries relies on raising over $1,300 every day to provide food for those neighborhoods. If you're interested in donating or checking out the Festival of Trees, it's open now through December 8th from 10 to 8 at the Branson Landing right by the fountain.
Thank you, Hannah. This story also scores a 10 with us as police are following up on an incident at Cox Medical Center in Branson after a man let the air out of tires on multiple cars in the parking lot there. Some good news did come out of this, though, as the discovering security officer took it upon himself to make sure he took care of those victims.
I got to thinking about these people out here that were just visitors and patients and didn't think they deserved that, so I decided to go up to O'Reilly's and get some valve cores and a valve tool and replace them for him.
That was Dave Jones. He says he's had everyone's tires fixed within a couple of hours. Some of the victims didn't even realize that anything at all had happened. So a great act of kindness there.
That really could be a day ruiner. So very sweet that he took that into his own hands.
Very much so. Very great to hear. We look at some trends happening right now. Everywhere that you see, people are talking about it being Election Day, all right? You know, not a big one for Missouri, but still, everything is big when it comes to this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
That
some
makes
local
sense?
issues happening in Greene County and some of the surrounding areas. Polls close at 7, which means we should have results coming in on the later newscast for you at 9 and 10.
Right, but what you're looking at right now is our election page right there, ozarksfirst.com. We'll be updating that as we get those results throughout the day and throughout the night, so don't forget to make that your home right there. You can click on each of those issues. They'll drop down and show you the results right there.
All right, and as you wake up this morning, you know, I'm just thankful for no frost. Could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. We've got some cooler air coming in. We'll have lots of sunshine today, though. 59 degrees by dismissal. A beautiful but cool fall day. A couple of showers tomorrow. Heavy rain sets up tomorrow night into Thursday, and then we're chilly by the end of the week.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for starting your day off with us here on Daybreak as we
so pretty.
take a look at the pretty sunrise.